By the end of this video, you'll be able to create custom/commands in Claude Code, which will let you supercharge your workflow with tailored functionalities. This matters because, as a developer, you're always looking for ways to automate repetitive tasks and interact with your codebase more efficiently. Custom/commands in Claude Code are a game changer. They let you define your own shortcuts and workflows so you can focus on writing code that matters. You'll learn how to leverage Claude's flexibility to create custom commands that fit your specific needs, making you more productive and efficient. We'll break down the process into simple, concrete steps so you can start creating your own custom/commands right away. To get started, you'll need to have Claude Code set up and a basic understanding of how it works. Don't worry if you're new to Claude. We'll take it one step at a time. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how to create custom/commands and how to use them to enhance your workflow. So, let's get started with the basics of custom/commands and see how they can transform your coding experience. Your first step will be to explore the Claude Code interface and familiarize yourself with the command palette. Vocabulary, productivity, workflow, functionalities, efficiency. By the end of this, you'll be able to set up your project for creating custom/commands in Claude Code. First, make sure you have the latest version of Claude Code installed. This ensures you have all the necessary features and updates for working with custom commands. You'll also need an active Anthropic account to access the Claude API, which is crucial for integrating your custom commands with the Claude platform. Now, navigate to your project directory in your terminal or command prompt. Once you're there, initialize a new claude.md file by running the command claude in it. This command sets up the basic structure for your Claude project, including the claude.md file, which is where you'll define your custom commands. The claude.md file is essentially a configuration file that tells Claude Code how to handle your custom commands, so it's a critical part of the setup process. With your project set up and your claude.md file initialized, you're ready to start defining your custom commands. Your next step is to open the claude.md file in your favorite text editor and start exploring the available configuration options. All right, you've got the setup ready for custom commands, and now we're diving into actually defining our first command. Think of your custom/commands as little shortcuts in your development workflow. They'll save you time, make your life easier, and keep your claude.md file organized. First things first, open up your claude.md file. It's the central configuration file for Claude Code, where all your project settings live. At the top of this file, you're going to define a new custom command. Let's say we want to create a /command that runs a simple Python script to check if our local database is up and running. Here's how we do it. 1. Add the command syntax. Underneath your existing configurations, add a new section for your custom command. Markdown. Command. Name equals dbcheck. Description equals checks if the database is up and running. 2. Specify the action. Next, you need to tell Claude Code what action or skill this command triggers. In this case, it's a Python script. Markdown. Action. Type equals CLI. Command equals Python 3db_check.py. That's it. You've just defined your first custom/command in claude.md. Let me show you how this looks all together. Diff. Command. Name equals dbcheck. Description equals checks if the database is up and running. Action. Type equals CLI. Command equals Python 3db_check.py. By adding these lines, dbcheck in any of your .md or .py files will run the Python script to check the database. Now go ahead and try it out. Type dbcheck into a file where Claude Code is active and see if it runs your script. If everything's set up correctly, you should see output in the console indicating whether the database is online or not. All right, by now you've got those custom/commands all set up in Claude Code. Now let's dive into making them do something useful. Implement the skills that'll bring your commands to life. For today, we're going to create a simple skill that generates random quotes when someone uses the /motivate command. This is perfect for boosting morale or just getting some good advice. First things first, you need a file to hold this little script. In your project directory, create a new file named motivate_skill.py. Open it up in your editor of choice. Plain text. motivate_skill.py. Now we'll write a basic Python script that will read from a quote file and randomly select one to return when /motivate is called. Let's make this quick. Python, import random, quotes equals. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue that counts. You're never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Def get_random_quote. Return random.choice quotes. Async def handle _command ctx. Quote equals get_random_quote. Await ctx.respond f motivation for the day. Quote. If you're using an MCP server, make sure to include your new motivate_skill.py in the list of skills. Open up your project's config.yml file and add it under the skills section. Plain text, config.yml. Add this line to define your /motivate command. YAML, skills, name, motivate_skill. Command /motivate. Path, skills /motivate_skill.py. Now, let's test out our new command. In Claude Code, type /motivate. If everything is set up right, you should get a random quote printed back to you. Plain text, console. Type /motivate. Output, motivation for the day. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Cool. Your custom command /motivate is now working and adding value to your Claude Code experience. Keep fiddling with more commands and skills, and you'll see how powerful this can be. Now that you've got a handle on creating and implementing skills for your /commands, try building a few more commands of your own. Maybe add some weather or news fetching capabilities. Let your creativity flow. By now, you've created your custom /commands using Claude Code, but does it really work as expected? Let's test it out and refine it to perfection. First, fire up your terminal or integrate shell if you've set that up in MCP, Memory Configuration Panel. Run the following command to activate your custom command. mcp run. Command equals your_custom_command_name. Replace your_custom_command_name with the actual name of your command. This will execute your command and bring it to life, allowing you to see if everything is working smoothly. Next, observe the output closely. Does the command respond as intended? If not, take note of any unexpected behavior or errors. For instance, if you're trying to fetch weather data but getting a blank response, there might be an issue with the API key or URL in your code. Now that we have some insights, let's refine our custom command. Open up your custom_skills.py file where you define the function for this command. Make sure everything is well documented and easy to follow. If needed, tweak the parameters or logic to make it more user-friendly. For example, if users are having trouble with the syntax, consider adding examples in the documentation. Python, def weather_command ctx. Fetches current weather data. Usage /weather location. Examples, /weather San Francisco, /weather London. Save your changes and run the command again. Observe if the improvements have made a difference. Keep iterating until everything works smoothly. Remember, testing is key to making sure your custom commands are robust and user-friendly. Don't rush through this step. Take the time to ensure every detail is perfect. By now, you've got a custom /command working in Claude Code. That's amazing. You're on the brink of unlocking some serious productivity gains for your development workflow. So, let's take that new toy and play around with it a bit more. First up, head back to your project where you're actively coding. Maybe it's a web app or a CLI tool, doesn't matter which. Find a place in your codebase where a custom command could really make things faster. For example, if you're working on a Flask backend, perhaps you want a quick way to run some complex database queries. Open up your claudecode.config file. It's probably in the root of your project. Add or modify the command section like so. YAML, commands, name, db_query, prompt. Run a database query with this SQL statement. SQL handler Python med script p. Then, create miscripts/query_runner.py and make sure it can handle your SQL queries. Here's a quick example. Python. Import SQLite 3. Def run_query SQL. Con equals SQLite 3.connect. Your _database.db. Cursor equals con.cursor. Cursor.execute SQL. Result equals cursor.fetchAll. Close. Return result. If _name equals main_. Query equals input, enter your SQL query. Results equals run_query query. Print results. Now try out your new db_query command in Claude Code. Type /db_query and provide the SQL statement you need. Voila! No more tedious copy-pasting or complex command line invocations. Feel free to experiment further. Maybe define a deploy command for automatically deploying your app using Docker Compose, or a link command that runs all your liners at once. Tailor these commands to what your team really needs. No one-size-fits-all here. Remember, the sky's the limit. The more you integrate these custom commands into your workflows, the smoother and faster your development process will become.